Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. We're getting news that Sir Jim Ratcliffe's takeover of Manchester United could be delayed. And we're getting breaking news that Sofyan Amrabat is injured. Yes, the bad news keeps on coming with all these injuries. We'll discuss this and more in today's show. But before we kick off today's show, please hit that like button on this video and subscribe if you're new to the Man United stream channel, because you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and opinions. So let's kick off today's show with the news that the Sir Jim Ratcliffe takeover of Manchester United, that 25% ownership of Manchester United, is going to be delayed because the Glazers have not been able to sit down with the board and get things sorted, because apparently there's some other issues that need sorting out between the Glazers and Ratcliffe. They need ironing out before they can go ahead and put it towards the board for approval. And this news that the board meeting is not taking place to approve Sir Jim Ratcliffe's offer for 25% of the stake within Man United sent a lot of fans into a complete frenzy, thinking that Sheikh Yassim can come back in again and make another offer and try and win the whole of Manchester United and get the Glazers to sell it to him. I think that's very, very unlikely. We need to start now looking forward to what we can do with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and what's going to happen with the Glazers, rather than looking back on ourselves and thinking what could have happened with Sheikh Yassim. I don't think Sheikh Yassim's going to make a fool out of himself. He's already probably upset that he didn't win the bid and the Glazers did not opt for him, but we feel that it's nothing to do with the money. It's nothing to do with how much he was offering. It's a lot more to do with other things involved with the Glazers. Like we said in yesterday's show, the Glazers did not sell to Sheikh Yassim because they felt like he was undermining their tenure at Manchester United, and he was undermining the way they had dealt with things at Manchester United. It was almost like he was taking a dig at the Glazers, and the Glazers didn't like it, and that's why they ruled him out of the whole process very early on, and they were looking for someone else to come in so they could sell to them. Sir Jim Ratcliffe was the only other bidder, and that's why they were hoping that he could come out with something that would appease themselves, the board and the rest of the Glazers. We now know that Joel and Avram Glazer were the only two Glazers wanting to hang on to Manchester United. The other four siblings did not want to stay on at Man United and wanted to sell the club, and that's why they've had to convince the other four that, look, this is the best option for Man United right now, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in, taking over 25%, giving them a cash injection, and Joel and Avram have promised the other four Glazers that they will make more money in time to come. But what we're hearing from our sources is that they're just trying to iron out a few issues before they put this offer to the board for approval, and they don't want the board to start questioning things. So that's why they're just ironing out a few little things in the contracts, in the paperwork, to go to the board for approval. It's a formality. It will get done. There's nothing going to change this. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to be a 25% owner of Manchester United, and he has already started making noises about what he's going to be doing at Manchester United, what he's going to be bringing in. We've already started hearing reports about who Ratcliffe is looking to bring in at Man United once he takes over that 25% and starts making all the footballing decisions. We're hearing the name Jean-Claude Blanc, who is closely linked to Ratcliffe, and Ratcliffe is looking to bring him in. He's an experienced CEO. He's worked with Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, and he is very well renowned as someone who is actually really good at transforming clubs and sporting institutes, and this is why Ratcliffe probably looking to bring him in. And we are hearing that a lot of the staff at Man United are really worried about their futures at the club, because under Sir Jim Ratcliffe they feel that there's going to be a huge clear out, and he's going to bring in new staff, people to do the job better than what is actually happening right now. Now, a lot of fans probably not disagree with that. A lot of fans do want to see change. A lot of fans do want to see a whole new approach and want the old staff out of there who've just been clogging up everything at the club. Now, I must admit that the noises and the reports coming out of the Sir Jim Ratcliffe camp are pretty impressive. What they're planning to do with the club, the changes that they're planning to make, are very positive and very aggressive, and that is what is needed. Most fans will actually agree that that is what's needed. We need a clear out of the old staff, and we need some new faces in there and who can bring a new approach to the way Manchester United are doing things, and hopefully that can result in better performances on the pitch. We've already heard that Ratcliffe's team is going to bring in new players to the club and hoping that they'll improve the performances on the pitch. We don't know which players there are. No names have been mentioned as of yet, but they are planning an aggressive start to their tenure at Man United. But for most Man United fans right now, the biggest question is what is going to happen with the Glazers? Will they be leaving anytime soon, or are they here set to stay for a long time? And what is Sir Jim Ratcliffe going to do about that? Is he happy for them to stay on at the club for many years to come, or does he have a plan to buy them out in the near future? If Ratcliffe does not have a plan to buy them out in the near future, I'm guessing a lot of fans, including me, will not be happy with that. We do not want the Glazers anywhere near Manchester United. They've done what they've done in 18 years and they've had a chance to do what they need to do, and they've not done a good job. They've absolutely destroyed the club and they've made it a complete laughingstock, and we need them totally gone. So moving away from the takeover news, let's concentrate on what's going on at Manchester United on the pitch. Now, just this morning we're getting news that Sofyan Amrabat has pulled out of his international game with Morocco with an injury. This is really bad news for Ten Hag, who was relying on Amrabat to play some key games coming forward. He has been playing in the left back position and midfield. He's a versatile player. We signed him for that reason, and he was finally going to get some game time with Man United and actually start playing some games and getting back up to fitness. But this is really bad news. We cannot have any more injuries at the club. We're waiting on players to return, and this is another player who's going to join that long list of injuries at the club right now. This is breaking news and it's unconfirmed, so we're going to have to wait a few more hours. Maybe later on today we'll get the further details on this injury, if it is an injury or whether it's just a false alarm. We're hoping that this is just a false alarm and Sofyan Amrabat is available to play on the weekend, because we're back to Premier League football, thank God, on the weekend, and we're playing against Sheffield United. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. You are watching the Man United Streamer channel by the fans for the fans.